Hi, Mr. Gardner. Because we're writing a formal piece of text, can I ask that you kindly change this register here? Hi is very informal, like I said in the previous text that I sent to you via YouTube. Hi is something that I would use, for example, for my friend or for somebody I am very comfortable with. Okay, Mr. Gardner is somebody we are replying to maybe his opinion or article in the newspaper, so he would not be that familiar or that friendly with us. So if you would kindly change that hi, please. I'm really glad to hear that the council wants to make the city centre a car-free area after a long time. So what you've done here is at the very beginning of your text, you have made it very clear to the reader what your opinion is about the article you have just read. And that's very good that you've made your opinion clear from the very first sentence. You've made the job of the reader quite easy. Can I just ask that once again, because it's a formal piece of writing, that you alter the very first part, please. Really glad to hear that the council wants to make the city centre a car-free area after a long time. Now, long time is adjective and noun, and when we have the combination of adjective noun, we actually need something before it. So can I ask that you check your notes and see what it is that we need before the combination of adjective and noun? I know maybe this decision makes some people angry who live or work in city centre, but it's really necessary for our city. Okay, so you've basically expressed your appreciation, your understanding why Mr. Gardner's opinion could be offensive or could be upset to other people, and that's very good. You are showing that you have understood the article which you have read, and the examiner would really like this. A little point here. Some people make some people angry who live or work in city centre. Now, you've used the correct article here for city centre, and I noticed you used the correct article here for city centre. So could I ask that you use the same here, please? City centre is an area that is well known to everybody. So maybe not the city centre of Salford or Manchester or Cheadle is well known, but the whole concept of city centre is where everybody knows. When you talk about city centre, everyone knows what aspect of a city you're talking about, and because of that we will need an article that means everybody knows it, like what you've used before and after. So if you could amend and alter this, please. City centre, but it's really necessary for our city, which is very good. Once again, because it's a formal piece of writing, if you could take a look at that again, please. As you know, the city centre is really busy and there is a lot of pollutions which the cars make them every day. So you're expressing your understanding of the situation of the city centre, which is very good. There is a lot of, well done. You've used the verb is, because after is you've used a lot of, which is used in the single form but it has the meaning of plural. Well done. Pollutions, which is the noun you have used. Now, pollution is uncountable, and if it's uncountable we can't actually have it in the plural form. So can I ask you to take another look at that again, please? Which the cars make them every day. Now, because we've talked about this word before, we've talked about this aspect before, we don't actually need to refer to it again. So if the sentence is read again, as you know, the city centre is really busy and there is a lot of pollution, which the cars make pollution every day. So we don't actually, as you can see, we don't need this pronoun here anymore. We don't need to refer to this word once again. So if that could be removed, please. Maybe this decision makes some problems for somebody who want to go to their work or live in city centre. Right, I'm just going to stop there. So maybe this decision makes some problems for somebody who, now because we've used the word somebody, it's correct that some is plural, but somebody is he, she, or it, isn't it? Somebody, if it's a body, it's he or she. And because we're talking about he or she, therefore the form of our verb needs to change, doesn't it? You've used it correctly. This decision is it, and you've used the correct form of verb. So if you could do the same again, please. Somebody is he or she, if we could have the correct form of verb. To go to their work or live in city centre. So once again, we would need the article here, please, because city centre is an aspect of the city that is well known to everybody. But in the end, it will help everybody and help environment as well. Okay. Once again, environment is a concept that is well known to everybody, so everybody understands what environment is, and because of that we will need the article again. The article, which is the same which is used here, the article expressing that everybody knows this concept of environment. You've used it in the single form, well done, because environment is not countable, so it's used correctly. So I hope we'll have a better city in the future and will help each other to protect the environment. By using the word "so I hope," you are indicating to the reader, both Mr Gardner and the other readers, that you are concluding and ending your piece of writing. So that's a very good way of ending. You don't have to start it with "in conclusion," which is a very good way of writing it. Once again, this is informal, so if we could have that changed. We'll have a better city in the future and will help each other to protect the environment. Well done. So once again, you have not used the subject. We will have a better city and we will help each other. You have deleted the subject here, which is perfectly fine. You've connected these two aspects, so you've connected "will have a better city in the future" and "will help each other" with a connector, with a conjunction, and that is "and." And because we've used the conjunction, we don't actually need to talk about the subject of "we" again, so you've deleted it quite rightly. You've used it in the correct form. Will help each other to protect the environment. Thank you very much for your decision. Yours sincerely, Emad. Okay? So you have thanked the reader, and that just shows your politeness and obviously your respect that you have. Yours sincerely. So once again, similar to the correction I made earlier, the word this word needs to have an extra letter, please. It's just a spelling error here. You've used "yours sincerely" because you know exactly who you're talking to and you've got your name down at the end. Well done. So can I add strengths to this piece of writing are that you have clearly stated from the beginning your opinion about the piece of about the text that you have written and about the letter that you're about to write from the very first sentence, and that's very good. Can I also say that you've put it into very nice paragraphs, so clear and legible paragraphs, and you have used them appropriately, which is again a very good point. You have given your understanding, so you have expressed that you have understood the meaning of the article which you have read by including your own views and examples, and you will actually get extra marks for this in your writing exam, a way that you can show the examiner that you have understood the text you read before. Basically, that's what you've done here. Apart from that, you have used appropriate register for the writing, apart from this little spelling error here, and if you could change the form here, apart from that you've actually used the correct register, the correct style for writing such a piece of work. So now areas which need improvement. So if I could ask you to take a look at these areas once again, please. The first one would be appropriate alterations to suit formal writing, please. So if you could make the changes which are necessary, I'm, it's, and that kind of thing, we'll, just to make it more suitable for formal writing. Another one is correct use of articles. And when I say articles, I basically mean a and the. And I understand a lot of the students in class have an issue with articles, so I will definitely make sure that I will address this as a complete lesson very, very shortly. Another aspect I would like you to take a look at, please, would be little spelling errors, if you could take a look at that. So words like pollutions and yaw, if you could just go over and basically proofread your work and correct spelling, please. And the very last point I'd like to make is to have the verb, so correspond the verb to suit the subject. So if we're talking about third person, like I said in the last piece of writing, he, she, it, we would have the verb plus s, wouldn't we? This would be in the present simple form, which is what you have used. Okay, so if you would make those minor adjustments, you have actually written a very, very good piece of writing. You've given your opinion to an article which you have read, very valid, laid out very clearly, very politely, which is also important, and you've basically put down all the points. If those little minor errors can be adjusted, then this is a fantastic piece of writing. Thank you very much.